Kyle has 5 inches of height on turnage, but she loses the jump ball to one of 4 seniors honored pregame today for the Yellow Jackets, who start with possession. The Yellow Jackets at over 16 points a game. Walker tries her luck on the first 3 and hits it to start the contest.
It's caused turnovers and allowed them to get some points.
Could lead to an easy bucket, though, for the Yellow Jackets as Foster finishes.
And that's the way you break a press. You try and pass out of it. Great decision by Moon to take that one dribble.
Couple of seniors in there with Foster and Turnage. Moon off the square and down. First 7 to the Jackets. Amarachi Kimpson recorrals, gets it down low, and there's Kyle with the first 2 for the Canes.
Really cluttering her and not allowing her to get open to get the basketball.
You see second-year head coach Tricia Cullup in the ear of the officials early. Slip down low, Walker cutting back door.
And that's something Coach Blair talked about. You know, I don't think Turnage gets a lot of credit of how great of a passer she's been for Georgia Tech this season.
Kimpson, the response. Amarachi Kimpson, a top 10 freshman class and a top 25 transfer class.
She was intentional after that first season. Great cut.
Walker again.
She's just active early in this one, and her teammates are finding her early.
Most of it's been off the ball for Talayah Walker. Put back for Kyle. Another transfer came in. Walker feeling it. Why not?
And you got to guard that. You know that's on the scouting report. That was a simple handoff by Turnage to open Walker at the top of the key.
Raviv was the former MAAC Player of the Year. It was going to be tough to keep her in the mid-major level. You see Talayah. Gal Raviv spent her first season at Quinnipiac, native of Israel. Pulls up free throw line, gets it to go.
And that's interesting. You know, we talked to Coach Cullup before the game, and she said averages as a sophomore compared to what she did a season ago at Penn State. You see the growth, maturity, just to be a sophomore. Are finding her spacing and just not forcing it early in this game.
She'll try another one and hit another one.
Well, sometimes you might just be on fire.
Shots are not falling early on for the Canes. Kat Alben, 1-on-2 with the Euro.
Wow. That just shows that speed and quickness. Great athleticism by Alben.
Walker wants to run. Takes it herself, and she's walled off by Kyle. She backs her way in against a triple team, and she has it ripped away.
Guess that was just payback on the other end.
Walker ahead, Moon. Oh, that would have been sweet. But how about Cal Alben on the tip back?
Well, it makes you have to think of what you want to do offensively, especially when you're coming out.
No thinking if you're Talayah Walker right now.
I mean,
she's unconscious to go further and further.
Another steal for Georgia Tech. They're getting hands.
2-on-1. Walker through contact, got the finish. Of course she did.
You see the Jackets in this 2-3 zone. Kind of looking like a mixed 3-2.
Wetzel slices right through it.
That was a great job by Wetzel. Defensively, they haven't been bad. They just can't score the basketball.
Turnage locates the paint and an easy flip shot for 2. Walker, another takeaway. These might be her easiest 2 points of the afternoon. Raviv.
And right now, Georgia Tech just making it difficult, clogging the lane, but that was a big-time shot. Always being triple threat.
Alben again on the step-back swish.
Well, that's the way to recover. Knock down a jump shot. Alben's been incredible for this Georgia Tech club when we talk about senior day and these 4 seniors that were honored before the game.
So has Talayah Walker. Been working on the offensive side. Couldn't get the whistle for a foul, but it will stay with the Jackets.
That was good defense by Wetzel.
Moon back, Termes 3, yes! It's been a struggle all season long for Georgia Tech, but it feels like it's a real confidence thing. When a couple fall early, then things seem to go the Jackets' way.
Right.
Part of that top 10 freshman recruiting class this season down to Miami. Right-handed finish from Kimpson.
And Kimpson has tried to be aggressive. Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you got 5 Miami players in the paint.
It is all coming up money so far this afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. Adams on that fadeaway baseline.
Tough shot by Adams. Especially that last shot. It was a good look in the paint. Just could not knock it down.
Samuel on the step back. On the other side, that rim to begin against Pitt. Revive from distance. Left it short, barely grazed the iron. Put back rejected by Turnage.
That's the type of defense Turnage can give you, because that was a great offensive rebound by Adams.
And Erica Moon pays it off with the and one.
And makes the determination that she wants to take it to the basket. All things are for Erica Moon, and she drives it hard, gets the contact, great body control.
Couldn't get the roll. It has been that kind of afternoon so far.
And we talked about them switching baskets. It seems like the same things are occurring on the opposite end, but a great reverse layup and cut by Foster. But a lot of outside shots. Miami settling for threes right now, trying to dig themselves out of this hole.
Moon. Man, it is all Georgia Tech.
And that's going to be a problem.
First-year head coach Karen Blair, and they've all exceeded expectations, drastically improved their outputs. Another takeaway for the Yellow Jackets. Talayah Walker put back good.
That was like a volleyball set coming to a loss or have a loss going into the tournament, because that totally messes up momentum, and especially on the streak. It's a good lay-in, good pass by Kyle. But, I mean, the streak that Miami's been on, they want to keep up the momentum.
We mentioned 50 paint points on Thursday for Pitt.
Georgia Tech's been clogging the paint, but it's just a good read. No defense. Nobody's, have some good quality practices before getting started on Wednesday, which is just a blessed ride up the road.
They'll know later tonight who they will take on Wednesday as Thomas Harris seals off the glass for the Jets.
And that's something that Thomas Harris can do. She has great hands, great movement as a defender when she gets those opportunities. In the past, has been in a little foul trouble, which has made that difficult. But
play every day if you keep stringing wins together to get things done.
No, you got to be focused and, really having a good rhythm as a team, and then taking care of your body, because it's back-to-back. You're going to be playing every day.
Couple of steals, draws that charge. Handful of rebounds as Talayah Walker goes scooping through for two.
Great hesitation, especially after that screen. If Georgia Tech was going to be able to keep up this pace, but they are still shooting the basketball at a high clip, around 50% for the game.
Talayah Walker for 30 points. Got it! She was the only player who saw minutes on last year's roster to return. Top 40 recruit as Thomas Harris finds her way onto the score sheet.
A little sluggish. Brought her out on the perimeter and decides to take her off the dribble, using her foot speed to to score a basket.
Talayah Walker not on the floor here to start the fourth quarter for Georgia Tech, as she's paced the Yellow Jackets with 31 and 8 from Samuel as well off the bench. Revive a transition look. She hits it.
And that's something she's capable of doing, really quiet this afternoon, but especially because the next opponent they play, they're just going to do what Georgia Tech has done and clog the lane and really go to church in the paint and denying Kyle. So other players have to step up and find ways to score when they can't get Kyle going and get her touches.
Again, both these teams will be in action on Wednesday in the first round. Game starting at 11 a.m. as Adams gets downhill. Adams on the mid-range, hits it.
You have to go in the wake and play. It's tough. So to come away with a victory, and especially early in the ACC or early in ACC play, that was huge for Georgia Tech. But they have a possibility of making a little noise in that tournament.
Blazic 3 cuts it down to a 28-point lead as Alben goes straight to the rim, gets the roll with the left. Adams calling out for the screen. Puts it down low and one.
Said it. We talk about the youthfulness. I mean, really, Kyle being, the grad transfer.
Kyle coming back, but they'll have plenty of talent to re-recruit to stay down there in South Florida at Miami. That is a thing of beauty on the spin around from Foster. It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta, but it might be even nicer right now in South Florida. It is always nice down there. A wire-to-wire win. Georgia Tech dominant. And winners by 30 over Miami as Talayah Walker matches her career high with 33 points.